Welcome back, everybody. It is a new week, a new video, and today we will be talking about books. What a surprise! I have a collection of, I think it's 12 books, if I'm not mistaken, that I definitely want to read this year. And I feel like I've done this before where I was like, oh my god, I want to read those books for like summer season or like this year or Christmas season or like whatever. And I never really do. But the year is still young and I'm still full of like energy and excitement for like reading more. So I chose, like I said, I think 12 books. So technically one a month, I reckon, to read. So let's just get right into it. And I want to show you a specific one first. Not this one. So first one is Small Worlds. And I wanted to show you this one first because I've been meaning to read this since before it came out, because I've read Open Water by the same author and I've been talking about Open Water since then. Like, if you know me, you will have heard Open Water at least once. Anyhow, so basically I finished Open Water and then I literally put the book down, went online and searched up the author to see if he had more books out, and this one was like I could pre-order it, so I did, and I've had it since. So this is the first one. I might actually read this first because I've been meaning to read this. If you're interested in a reading vlog about this book specifically, let me know. But yeah, this is book number 1, Small World. It's been on the list. It has to be done this year. It really has to be done. Book number 1. Then we move on. I feel like from now on there's no order to this. But yeah, something not really similar, but something that I got also because of Open Water is this book, which is That Peckham Boy. I've had this on my list for ages. It's been on my shelf like somewhere here for ages. Never picked it up, but I feel like now is the time. Like this year is really the time, and I love the cover, the looks of it. Also like the like green and orangey-ish color with the white and everything. Big, like crazy obsessed. Yeah, so it is on a list. It has to be on the list. Also, I think it's not even that crazy long. Yeah, it's like 285 pages, so totally okay. So I need to get around to this one. So we have 2 books. Moving on, where do we go? I have all of them spread out down here. Okay, what else do we have? Then I feel like there's a bit of like, yeah, let's go for these ones. Okay, so I feel like there's a bit of like a theme of reading female authors and also kind of going for books that are not necessarily just like novels just for the excitement of it, but more like a bit deeper, I reckon. Not super deep, but like a bit. So we have Emrata's My Body, which also I've been meaning to read for a while. long while. It's been on the list. I feel like everyone's read it. Although it's not that long again. Like, I think it's basically, it's not even 250 pages. Like, this could be done in an evening easily. So this is definitely on the list. It has been on the list. I feel like 2 years ago maybe this was on the rise and everyone was reading it, so I got it like always, and then I didn't read it, also like always. So it's finally time. Also, we love female authors, you know. I mean, she's not mainly an author, but still we still like this. And then I have What My Mother and I Don't Talk About by Michelle Filgate, again, woman. And I mean, honestly, the pink of the cover got me, but also I think the idea of having 15 different people write a bit of this and like share their personal experience, I think is going to be very, very interesting. And I think, I don't want to go too deep, but I feel like as someone who's had a troubled relationship with one parent, be it mum or dad, doesn't matter. I feel like this is number one going to hit deep, but also be a bit like freeing to see you're not the only one. Does that make sense? I don't know. You guys know what I mean. So this is on the list as well. Book number 5 is, again, Laura Bates. I mean, not again her, but again, a woman. Fix the System, Not the Women. Which, it has been on the list. It is even shorter. 200 pages barely. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it has to be done, to be honest. And I think it's important. I mean, I love reading for pleasure, and I love just reading a cute little romance novel and, you know, like going on about my day, or reading a bit of crime and murder mystery and then going on about my day. But I think it's always important to stay educated and to also read educational stuff, even if it's not crazy deep educational, but, you know, like a little teeny tiny bit, feeding yourself and your mind a little bit. And I mean, you guys know me, you know, leftist, feminist, girly, so obviously this does make sense. And then I think there's so many more women I just now realized. What else do we have? Speaking of women, we have Joan Didion, The Year of Magical Thinking, has been on the list. Do I need to say more? Probably not. I've meant to read this ages ago. I think I started and I read like 4 pages. Then I put it down, not because it was bad, but I feel like it was not the moment for me or the book, or me and the book together, basically. So it's been put down. Like, I wanted to give it time, and at the moment, like when I picked it up, I didn't have the time to give it, like, you know, all of me, and like my full undivided attention. So this will be happening. I feel like this might be either something to read very, very soon, or like a summer read. I don't even think that is a summer read, but you know, it will happen, guys. You will see this in my reading wrapped, I promise you that. Then we have The Convenience Store Woman, and I feel like everyone has read this as well. It's super short. I think, I'm not entirely sure, maybe you can comment on that. I think my best friend, hello to you if you see this, I think she's read this, and I think that she was like, it was good, but I feel like it wouldn't be your thing. But at that point I had already bought it, and I feel like it could be, like, not my favorite thing. I don't think this will be my favorite book by the end of it, but I think I'm still gonna like it, and I really do want to read it. Yeah, so bestie, if you see this, please comment, have you read this or not? Or anyone else, really, have you read this? What's the opinion? Please let me know. Then we have, oh my god, I am the last person on earth probably to read this, and I feel like it will be very interesting to see if I like it or if I hate it. But we have Normal People by Sally Rooney, and this has been on my shelf for a long time, a really, really long time. And I'm meant to read it, and I'm meant to get more Sally Rooney books, and I feel like I'm gonna like it. But then again, so many people have, and so many hated it, and the other way around, obviously, so many people love it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like when this whole, like, when was that? 3-4 years ago even? When this whole thing happened, and people were like, oh my god, Sally Rooney this, Sally Rooney this. And, you know, like, it was this whole thing, and everyone was talking about it. I was like, I was intrigued. And I did get the book. I'm very happy I only got this one, because usually I have this thing where I feel the need to just get a whole book series, or like if an author has like multiple books, even if they're not connected, like get all of them, because I'm probably gonna like it, you know, and then I get all of them. This time I didn't do that, which is good. I feel like it's good anyway, so, you know. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I feel like I'm the last person on earth to read this, to have an opinion on it, but I feel like it's been a bit mixed, because people in the beginning were bloody obsessed with this, probably rightfully so. But I feel like then when the hype was kind of up, like the first big hype was over, I mean, people still love it, it's still good, but I feel like then more people came forward and were like, I don't really know what is going on, or like, I don't like this, or like, I feel like there's something about like not putting, yeah, she's not putting, what is that called in English? In Germany we would say Gänsefüßchen. Or if you want to speak German meme, Gänsehosen. Anyway, jokes, guys. She got jokes. The thing is you put for like when people speak. Forgot the word. Anyway, so she doesn't do that. And I feel like that was very off-putting to many people. But then again, I know what I'm getting myself into, so I might like it. And as someone who dabbles in reading, obviously, or like who reads and likes reading, and someone who dabbles in writing or has dabbled in the past, not right now, I think I'm gonna like this, because too many like too much is like pissing me off. And I feel like, or I'm hoping it will be quite obvious when people speak and when they don't. So I feel like I'm gonna love this kind of writing style, but then again, I don't want to get my hopes up too much, you know. Anyway, moving on. Then we have, also not such a long book, might be the season of short books, we have On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, and I love this cover, I really do. But I think there's two different ones, and I think both are very gorgeous in their own different ways. But yeah, On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, gorgeous cover. I've been meaning to read this. It's not even that long. Maybe I'd have to do a readathon with just shorter books, like up to 250 pages, and just see how far I can go in 24 hours. Maybe that is a thing. If you want to see this, let me know. If you think anyone will be interested, let me know. But yeah, I've been meaning to read this. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be very, very good. I have a good feeling about this. And I've had, like, in the past, I had a very good feeling about this. But again, it's kind of like the Joan Didion thing, where I wanted to give it the time it deserves, and I wanted to take my time with it. And I just never had that. Like, I never had the moment where I was like, this is the moment right now for this, you know. So I just didn't do it. I really do want to get around to it. Also, again, it's not that long, so, you know, it should be doable. It should happen. Then we have, oh my god, something else I've been meaning to read. By the way, I love the aesthetics, number one. It's called Funny You Should Ask. Love the cover, and I have loved the cover for ages. It is the sole reason why I got this, literally. If I'm not mistaken, she is, yeah, she's a writer. Yeah, she's a writer, and she writes about like her number one celebrity crush. And then they meet 10 years later. Like, she has the biggest crush on him, and they meet like 10 years later. And there's something about like promo and stuff. And like they meet again for a second interview. And I think then they fall in love, if I'm not wrong. Maybe not. I haven't read it, obviously. But I love the pink and red. I love like how it's done, the whole like cover thing, even in the bag, like the little, I don't know, I just love it. So this has been on the list, but I feel like this is peak like spring/summertime, even just for aesthetics. Like, I want to put this on my Instagram story in spring when everything is like blossoming and, you know, like pretty pink flowers, and you have this pretty and pink and, you know, that kind of stuff. So I feel like this is going to be a spring thing. That rhymed. I don't know, right now I'm seeing this in like May, personally, but we will see how it goes. I'm very excited to read this. I have been, and also honestly just for the aesthetics. Low-key, this might be one of those books where I have to do kind of like a doing my makeup, like my current read thing. I feel like this would be very, very pretty. But then again, I sometimes do pink or reddish makeup, so it wouldn't be too out of line. Have to see. If you want to see your makeup look like this, or any of the books, really, let me know. And then we go and have the last two books, and I'm going to do those at the same time because they are both from the same author. Two books I want to read desperately, by my girl Dolly Alderton. We have Dear Dolly on Love, Life and Friendship, and we have Dolly Alderton, Good Material. I think, have I bought this? I think I thought about buying, I think it's called Ghost, also by her, which has a very similar cover to this. I also want to read Everything I Know About Love, but that is definitely happening, and I've read, like, I've listened to half the audiobook and everything. It's gonna happen. Everything I Know About Love is on the list, but it's so, like, set in stone on the list, I didn't even want to put it into this video. Also, I didn't want to have 3 out of 12. Like, I didn't want to have 1/4 just being Dolly Alderton books. Anyway, so this, I have no idea what this is about, to be honest. Just got it because I'm obsessed with my girl, Dolly. But yeah, I love the cover design. I'm very, oh my god, is that a sticker? I can actually take that off. Yes. All of the book girlies will feel this, that you can take the sticker off is a blessing. But yeah, very much looking forward to reading this. Also very much looking forward because I think it's very different to, I think this is like just a novel in terms of like usual novel style. And I listened to half of like Everything I Know About Love, and I think it's going to be very different writing styles, but then again, it's both Dolly Alderton, so I'm really intrigued to see how that goes and how they're different, if they're that different, you know, like that kind of stuff. So very much looking forward to this. And then we have Dear Dolly on Love, Life and Friendship, which I got because I got Everything I Know About Love. This is shorter, I believe. Yeah, this is shorter. And I just love, I mean, I love love, but I also love friendships, and specifically my girlies, you know. Shout out to my girlies. Shout out to all the girlies, really. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to reading this. Specifically, hopefully after reading Everything I Know About Love, and seeing how they're different or not so different, and you know, all of this. And it's not that long either. So, like I said, maybe it's time to have a readathon for shortish books. Maybe that is what we're going to do. But yeah, that was book number 12. Very much looking forward to all of them, specifically Dolly Alderton though. I don't know, been obsessed ever since listening to Everything I Know About Love. I feel like I've said that a million times now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have kind of like a specific reading goal, or like a list of like, out of however many books I want to read, those ones specifically I really, really want to read, please share. Let me know what is going on. If you have read any of those books I've just shown you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you make a list of your own, and I'll see you in the next video.